Hello my lovely crafters, this is Crafty Sue 519. Welcome to my channel, and today I'm coming on with something a little bit different. I've talked about doing a video about my nephew's store. It's a store online where you can buy things from all over the world that have been handmade by the native people of all the different countries that he's visited. My nephew's name is Ronnie, and it's so weird to call him my nephew because we're more friends than aunt and nephew, and Ronnie's only 2.5 years younger than I am. We grew up together, of course. We were very close when we were young, and Ronnie has led quite a life. Quite a life. He lived in Arizona for over 40 years, where he would make jewelry and bags that are lovingly called Ron bags, and I will show you one that he's made himself. He traveled to Indian reservations and New York to the garment district, all over the place to get fabrics and beads and different things that he would need to make his items way back when. And I'm going to show you a few of these things that I have that he's given me through the years, and what Grumpy bought me for my birthday last year from Ronnie's store. So, to try to keep the story a little short, and it's hard to do with a life like Ronnie's had, but let me tell you a little bit. He started making his stuff while he was living in Arizona, got them into a few shops, and in the summertime he would come home to Rhode Island and go over to Block Island. If any of you are not familiar with Block Island, it's an island off the coast of Rhode Island, part of Rhode Island, and it's where a lot of the elite go in the summertime. Ronnie worked in a t-shirt shop for a long time and also sold some of his bags and jewelry in that store, and it eventually led to him opening up his own shop on Block Island, and it was called East of the River Nile, and his online store is called East of the River Nile Trading Company. So two different things. So Ronnie had that store for many years and did really well with it, and he traveled all over the world, Morocco and Nepal and India and South America, Central America, just everywhere. And Ronnie's the type of person who is friends with everybody, and he's got friends in all of these countries. And he got to meet the native people of these countries and saw what they were making and bought it and brought it back to Rhode Island to his store and would sell things in his store. Well, a couple of years ago, Ronnie got very ill and nearly died 3 times. He was in ICU, I believe, for a month. And fortunately, he's well now. Not totally well. It really shot his immune system to heck. And when COVID hit last year, he was really uncertain about what he wanted to do with his store on Block Island. It was April and getting close to the time where he would go there to get his store ready for the summer tourists, and he was scared. He can't get COVID. He has nothing to fight it with. So we talked a long time on the phone, and his concerns are always for others and not for himself. He was concerned for the guy who rented him the store. He was concerned about the help that worked in the store. Everybody else but himself. And we finally talked through it, and by the end of the conversation, he knew that he had no choice. He had to close the store. He could not take the chance on going out there with all these strangers coming to the island and coming into his store and him being exposed to so many people. So that's what happened. He closed his store, and he had thousands of items left over. And he brought them all home, and he now has them online on his store east of the River Nile Trading Company. And these items are quite something. And what I love about Ronnie's website is he'll give you some history on some of the items. Like, I'll show you a bag and then give you an idea of the people who made this bag. But anyhow, let me get started and show you a couple of items from way back when and one that's pretty new. So of course Ronnie couldn't travel last year and this year because of COVID. He usually, when he closes his store in the early fall, he would go out to India, Nepal, Morocco, wherever he felt he needed more items for the store. And he can't do that right now because of COVID. So many, many years ago when he first started, he was making jewelry, and he's quite a master of beading. And he gave me this pair of earrings. And these earrings are made with porcupine quills. And the bead, I don't know how well you can see the beading. I'm going to stand up because I want to make sure you can see this. Can you see the beading on that? Let me get a piece of white paper or something to put behind this. Oh, maybe it won't be white, but see that beading? He did an excellent job. But he gave me these as a gift. Oh, I don't know, 25 years ago, maybe more. Aren't they pretty? And also these, made the same with the porcupine quills. I was just dumbfounded by this because all of us people stuck in Rhode Island never saw anything like this before. Here's Ronnie in Arizona making these things and selling them. He also made these and gave them to me, of course, with the green, my favorite color. Sorry about that. I'm a bit clumsy today. There we go, this will be better. And these are Canadian coins that he has on them. I hope you can see them. Queen Elizabeth. I believe it says it's a 25-cent piece. And the year, if I'm correct, was 1987. Yes, 1987. I love this. Love that green. Of course, green's my favorite color, so. But that was way back when he was first starting to make all of these things himself, and he got into beading and making jewelry. And I don't have any necklace or bracelet that he made, but he did do those as well. He did do those as well. And I think what made him very, very popular were his bags. And they became lovingly known as Ron bags because he made them. And they're still known by that. And this is a bag that he gave me, oh, I don't know how many years ago, a long time ago. And I'm sorry, it's a big bag. Let's see. It's about, this is about 14 by 14 inches. So it's a big bag. Oh, remember when we used to sew this kind of trim onto the bottom of our bell-bottom jeans? This stuff is expensive. And he's got like a velveteen and tapestry fabrics. And he sews all of this himself. And the back is all a brown velveteen. But what I love, my thing is the fringe. I love fringe. It's all from my old days. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Love it. So, Ronnie still has these bags. He's got them on his website. All different colors and different designs and fabrics that he's gotten from all over the place. They're incredible. I absolutely love them. Absolutely love them. And then, last year for my birthday, Grumpy bought me this bag. And again, the fringe. I love fringe. And this is leather. All leather. And this is made, and I hope I say this correctly, and he just spoke to me about this the other day. They're made by, I got this up on my computer so I can tell you about them. The Tuareg people, Tuareg. The Tuareg people of Morocco. And I'm just going to read a little bit about this tribe. And he puts descriptions on his website of some of the people and history about them and how they make all of these things. And it's very interesting. Very, very interesting. It's like going on tour of the country a little bit if you can't do it in person. Anyhow, he says the Tuareg people of North Africa are a nomadic people that inhabit a large area of land ranging from Morocco, Libya, Algeria, Niger, Mali, and Burkina Faso, mainly in the Sahara Desert. The Tuareg are also called the blue people because the indigo dye used to dye their clothing stains their skin, giving them a bluish color. Using camel leather, the Tuareg create functional objects of leather such as saddlebags, cushions, and tent mats that are painted, embroidered, engraved, and fringed. This Moroccan leather bag was handcrafted by the people of the Tuareg tribe in the Sahara Desert of Morocco. I just find that so fascinating. And it's so pretty. And it's a thick, heavy leather. If this is camel, it's thick. You can see why these animals can withstand living out there in the deserts. But it's quite deep. If I put my hand in here, it'll go almost up to my elbow. It's really beautiful. Beautifully, beautifully made. And to think that a tribe out in the desert can make these things, it's unbelievable. So, Ronnie is trying to make a living by starting his online store. And he still has customers that used to come to the island that will get in touch with him and buy stuff. One of his customers was Christopher Walken's wife. Yes, the actor. And he did quite a bit of business with them. And he was extremely well known on the island. He went there for many, 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 many years. And Ronnie is very spiritual and one of the kindest people you'll ever meet. When we spoke the other day, I asked him if I could share his Facebook page with you, because on his Facebook page he has pictures with some of the native people of Nepal and India, and I don't remember if he has some with Morocco, but he has several pictures if you'd like to see them. And yep, Ronnie's the hippie guy with the long blonde hair. Looks a lot different than the native people of these countries. And it's unbelievable how he has friends everywhere around the world and buys their goods, helps them, and then brings them back here so that people in this country can enjoy goods made by others in other countries. So I'm going to put a link to Ronnie's store below, also to his Facebook page. If you go to his store, on the left-hand side will be a list of a bunch of different things. Like, I should go back to it so I can read it to you a little bit. Let's see. Hold on a sec, please. Okay. On the left-hand side will be something called categories. And you can just look down there and it might be something you're interested in. There are going to be things you've never heard of because they come from all of these countries. There are incense burners and Buddhist items and lamps and hemp bags and boxes and earrings and necklaces and coin purses and coasters, bedspreads. I mean, you name it, he's got it on this site. He's got his Ron bags on the site. So you can just scroll down there, and anything that might seem interesting, go and check it out and maybe buy something. This is a great site for getting something different for someone who has everything. And I think you might enjoy traveling through his website. So I just wanted to give you a little look at what his store is. I'm trying to talk him into starting his own YouTube page where he can showcase some of his favorite items and tell about them. I just think the history of these people and that everything is handmade is just fascinating. Just fascinating. So, my crafty friends, it's still crafting, a different kind than what we're used to perhaps, but these are all handmade items and they're incredible. So take a look. Tell me what you think if you do go to his website, and I hope you enjoy it. I think you'll have a nice journey. And I'll talk to you all soon. Love yous. Bye.